Friends, my channel name is Indian Epic History. Search this channel name on YouTube, then select playlist option for all my videos like Ramayana, Mahabharat, Puran. This is Buri Critical Mahabharat book section 63 Bhagavad Gita Parva. Okay, and chapter 23 Bhagavad Gita starts from here. This is real Buri Critical Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 1 Dhritarashtra asked, O Sanjay, having gathered on the holy plains of Kurukshetra, wanting to fight, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? Sanjay said, at that time, on seeing the Pandava soldiers assembled in battle formation, King Duryodhana went to the preceptor and spoke the following words. O preceptor, look at the great army of the Pandavas assembled in battle formation by the son of Drupada. You talented students, here there are courageous warriors with mighty bows, the equals of Bhima and Arjuna in battle. Yudhana, Virata, Drupada, and other Maharathas, Drishtaketu and Chekitana, the valiant king of Kashi, Purojit, from the Kunti Bhoja clan and Shabya, greatest among men, the powerful Yudhamanyu, the brave Uttamaja, the son of Subhadra, the sons of Draupadi, all of them are Maharathas. O best among Brahmanas, now you should know the main warriors and leaders in my army. For your knowledge, I am naming them. You yourself and Bhishma and Karna and Kripa, who wins battles, Ashwathama and Vikarna, the son of Somdatta. There are many other brave warriors ready to give up their lives for my sake. All of them are skilled in battle and they are armed with various weapons and attack. That army of ours, protected by Bhishma, is unlimited, but this army of theirs, protected by Bhima, is limited. All of you occupy your respective positions at all the entry points to the army formations. It is Bhishma who must be protected. Creating happiness in his heart, the powerful eldest of the Kuru clan and the grandfather roared loudly like a lion and blew his conch shell. Then suddenly conch shells and kettle drums, other kinds of drums and trumpets began to blare. That sound became tremendous. Then, seated in a great chariot to which white horses were harnessed, Madhava and Pandava blew their divine conch shells. Harikesha, Krishna blew the conch shell named Panchajanya and Dhananjaya blew the conch shell named Devdatta. Brikodara, whose deeds give rise to fear, blew the giant conch shell named Pondra. King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew the conch shell named Anantavijaya. Nakula blew the conch shell named Sughosha and Sahadeva blew the conch shell named Manipushpaka. The king of Kashi with the great bow and Maharatha Shikandi, Drishtidumya, Virata and Satyaki, who is never defeated, Drupada, the son of Draupadi and the mighty armed son of Subhadra, all of them blew their separate conch shells. O Lord of the earth, that tremendous sound echoed in the sky and on earth and pierced the hearts of those who were on the side of the sons of Dhritarashtra. Then the son of Pandu, with the monkey on his banner, saw the friends of Dhritarashtra thus arranged in battle formation and got ready to use his weapons. O Lord of the earth, he raised his bow and told Harikesha the following words, O Achyuta, place my chariot in between the two armies while I look at those who are desirous of battle and are assembled here. Let me see with whom I will have to fight in the war related business. In a desire to do good to the evil hearted son of Dhritarashtra, they have gathered here. Let me see with whom I will have to fight in this war related business. In a desire to do good to the evil hearted son of Dhritarashtra, they have gathered here. Desirous of fighting, I went to see them, O descendant of the birth lineage. Thus, spoken to by Gudhakesha, means Arjuna, Harikesha placed that magnificent chariot between the two armies, in front of Bhishma, Drona, and all the other rulers of the earth, and said, O Partha, look at those of the Kuru clan who are assembled here. Their Partha saw fathers and grandfathers, teachers and maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, and friends, fathers in law, and well wishers in those who assembled armies. Seeing them, all the friends and relatives assembled there, the son of Kunti was overcome with great pity, and in sadness uttered the following words: O Krishna, having been these relatives here assembled with a desire to fight, my body is going numb and my mouth is going dry. My body is quivering and my body hair is standing up. My skin is burning and the Gandiva is slipping from my hands. O Keshava, I cannot stand and my mind is in a whirl. The omens that I see are ill ones. I don't see any good that can come from killing one's relatives in a war. O Krishna, I don't want victory, nor do I want to nor do I want the kingdom or happiness. O Govinda, what will we do with this kingdom or with pleasures or with life itself? Those for whose sake we want the kingdom and pleasures and happiness, they are gathered here in war, ready to give up their lives and their riches. Preceptors, fathers, sons, and grandfathers, maternal uncles, father in law, grandsons, brother in law, and other relatives. O Madhusudana, I don't want to kill them, even if they kill me. Forget this earth, even for the kingdoms of the three worlds. O Janardana, what pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? All through they are assassins. Sin alone will be our lot if we kill them. Therefore, we cannot kill the sons of Dhritarashtra with their friends. O Madhava, how can we be happy after killing our relatives? All through their minds are befuddled with greed and they do not see the sin that comes from opposing friends or from destroying the family line. O Janardana, we can see the sin that comes from destroying the family line. Why should we have why should we not have the knowledge to refrain from committing this sin? When the lineage is destroyed, the traditional family dharma is also destroyed. When dharma is destroyed, evil overwhelms the entire lineage. O Krishna, when evil arises, the women of the family become corrupted. O descendant of the Vrishnis, when the women are corrupted, hybrid castes are born. Hybrid castes ensure that the lineage and those who destroyed the lineage both go to hell because their ancestors fell and are deprived of offspring of funeral cakes and drink from those sins of those who destroyed the lineage and from hybrid castes being generated. The ancient dharma of the castes and the dharma of the family are both destroyed. O Janardana, if the family dharma is destroyed, those men are doomed to spend an eternity in hell. So we have heard, alas, become of our greed for the kingdom and for happiness, we have got ready to kill our relatives. We are certain to commit a great sin. With me, unarmed and unresisting, if the sons of Dhritarashtra with weapons in their hands kill me in battle, that will be better for me. Saying this, in that battlefield, Arjuna sat down in his chariot. He threw away his bow and arrows, his mind overwhelmed with grief. Next chapter, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2.